A mechanic does not drive what he thinks looks good. He drives what he knows he will never have to fix. Ask any independent shop owner what sits in his personal driveway and you will hear the same 3 or 4 names repeated. Then ask him what rolls into his bay on a flatbed every single week, leaking fluids and throwing codes before the first oil change is even due. Those are the brands on this list. Consumer Reports surveyed owners of more than 380,000 vehicles this year. J.D. Power tracked problems per 100 vehicles across the entire industry. And when you line up the data against what technicians are seeing on their lifts every day, 5 brands keep showing up at the bottom. This is the dealership blacklist. Brand number 1. Stellantis. That name might not mean anything to you, but the brands underneath it will. Jeep, Ram, Dodge, Chrysler. They are all owned by the same parent company and they all share the same disease. Consumer Reports predicted reliability ratings put Chrysler at 22nd on the list of 26 automakers, with Jeep and Ram at 24th and 25th. In J.D. Power's 2025 Vehicle Dependability Study, Jeep recorded 275 problems per 100 vehicles. The industry average is 202. That means for every 100 Jeeps sold, 275 things went wrong within 3 years. Transmission problems have historically been the Achilles heel of the Jeep Grand Cherokee. Repairs can easily exceed $4,000 to $6,000. The air suspension system on higher trims has cost owners $2,000 to $4,000 when the compressor fails or the air springs leak. And when dealers told Stellantis that quality was slipping, the company admitted why. Cost cuts made by previous leadership resulted in some of the quality mishaps experienced in recent months and years. The chairman of the Stellantis National Dealer Council said it plainly. When you make those cuts and you still want the same quality, it is just not going to happen. After posting a $26.3 billion annual loss for 2025, Stellantis hired over 2,000 engineers to try to fix what they broke. That tells you everything you need to know. They fired the engineers first. Now they are begging to hire them back. Brand number 2. Volkswagen. The same German company that gave the world the Beetle and the Golf just recorded 285 problems per 100 vehicles in J.D. Power's dependability study. That is 83 points above the industry average. It is more than double the number of problems recorded by Lexus, which leads the industry at 140. Volkswagen has apparent build quality maladies and electronic gremlins tarnishing the brand's reputation. If you are paying German prices, you should be getting German engineering. Instead, you are getting German repair bills on a car that breaks like something that costs half as much. Brand number 3. Nissan. Specifically any Nissan with a continuously variable transmission. Nissan popularized the CVT starting around 2003 and put it into nearly every model they sell. The problem is that these transmissions have a documented failure rate of approximately 10 to 15% within the first 100,000 miles. Common complaints include shuddering, slipping, overheating, and complete transmission failure, often occurring around the 60,000 to 80,000 mile mark. The cost of a CVT replacement ranges from $3,000 to $5,000. You cannot rebuild them easily because parts and qualified technicians are scarce. Sometimes the entire engine has to be removed just to access the transmission. The repair cost alone can exceed the value of the car. Nissan knew about the problem. They doubled their CVT warranty from 5 years to 10 years. That is not confidence. That is a confession. Brand number 4. Hyundai and Kia. These two brands share a parent company, Hyundai Motor Group, and they share a catastrophic engineering failure. Starting in 2017, class action lawsuits began alleging that certain Hyundai and Kia vehicles were equipped with defective engines prone to premature failure and catching fire. The Theta 2 engine had metal debris from manufacturing left inside the crankshaft oil passages. Over time, those metallic bits restricted oil flow to the bearings, caused premature wear, and led to total engine seizure. In May 2021, a federal judge approved a $1.3 billion settlement covering 3.9 million vehicles. According to the Center for Auto Safety, 2.9 million Hyundai and Kia vehicles are at risk for spontaneously catching fire in non-collision events. Then a second round of lawsuits expanded the problem to additional engine families. And it did not stop at engines. These two brands also share a critical electrical component in their EVs called the Integrated Charging Control Unit, and when trouble arises in one brand, it ripples across product lines. Consumer Reports found that fully electric vehicles have 42% more problems than gas-powered vehicles. Hyundai and Kia are learning that lesson the hard way. Brand number 5. Rivian. This is the least reliable car brand in America according to Consumer Reports, scoring just 14 out of 100. The Rivian R1T pickup truck has problems ranging from charging failures to internal electronics malfunctions, climate system breakdowns, and in some reported cases, a complete replacement of the EV battery pack. The R1S SUV has seen recalls for loss of power to the full electrical system, faulty turn signals, and a malfunctioning collision sensing system. This is a company selling vehicles for an average of $85,000 that cannot keep the turn signals working. You are not buying a truck. You are beta testing a product at full price. Here is what every brand on this list has in common. They prioritized speed to market over durability. They replaced mechanical simplicity with electronic complexity. And when things broke, they replaced engineers with lawyers. The most reliable brands in America right now according to the same data are Toyota, Subaru, Lexus, and Honda. They follow similar principles. Shared components across the model line. Conservative, incremental changes when redesigning a vehicle. They do not chase headlines. They chase the kind of boring, quiet reliability that never makes the news because nothing went wrong. Stop buying the badge. Stop buying the commercial. Stop buying the car that looks like the future but brakes like the past. Buy the brand that a mechanic trusts enough to park in his own driveway. Buy the car built by engineers who were never fired and never had to be rehired. Buy the machine that does not need a billion-dollar lawsuit to fix what should have been built right the first time. Because the most expensive car you will ever own is the one that spends more time on a flatbed than on the road. And that has nothing to do with the sticker price. It has everything to do with who built it and what they were told to cut.